Okay. So our second method for solving equations is going to be by LCD. We use this when there is more than one term on each side of the equal sign. So we use cross multiplying when there's one term on each side only. LCD is all other times. Step 1, you want to multiply every term by the LCD. That's going to get rid of the fractions. Step 2, you are going to solve for the variable because we don't have fractions anymore. And then step 3, you're still going to check for extraneous solutions. Example 1. I'm going to leave the steps up. So for these examples, I give myself a space for the LCD and a space for the extraneous solutions. Example 1 is 4 over x plus x equals 5. So there's more than one term on each side of the equal sign. The left side has 2 terms, so we can't use cross multiplying. We're going to have to use the LCD. So we need to find what the LCD is. X is the same as x over 1, and 5 is the same as 5 over 1. So we're only looking at denominators to find the LCD. So what would my LCD be here? Just x. So my LCD is x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply every single term by x. That's the same as distributing. It just helps me when we see it all written out, every single term. So we're distributing x to the whole problem. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other, so make sure you're doing it to all sides. And then we reduce if we can. X times 4 over x. Is anything reduced there? The x's. Does x and x here reduce, guys? No. How come? They're both numerators, so we're going to multiply them, not reduce them. So same thing with 5 and x. So we're going to get 4 plus x squared equals 5x. Now there's an x squared in here, so I'm thinking that I'm going to want to use zero product property. So I need to get everything over to one side. So let's subtract 5x from both sides. And then I'm also going to reorder things so everything's in the right order. So I'm going to put x squared first, minus 5x plus 4 equals 0. Is everybody okay with me reordering them? Okay. Okay, now solving this should be easy. What method would you use to solve? Diamond. So what two numbers multiply to 4 and add up to negative 5? Good. Negative 1 and negative 4. So this is going to be x minus 4 times x minus 1 equals 0. So x equals what?
4 and 1.
4 and 1. Before you box it, let's check for extraneous solutions. So we take each denominator and set them equal to 0. So the only one we have to worry about here is x equal to 0. So our extraneous solution is x cannot equal 0. So are we okay with 4 and 1? Yes. Okay, guys. Example 2. 5 over x minus 2 equals 2 over x plus 3. Can I use cross multiplying here? No. So we have to use LCD. So look at all of your denominators. What would the LCD be? Okay, I'm hearing x and x plus 3. So first of all, could I multiply this guy by anything to get me just an x? No. Could I multiply this guy by anything to get x plus 3? What? What could I multiply this by to get x plus 3? Nothing, right? So our denominator is just going to be x times x plus 3. So it's just going to be both of them multiplied together. Because remember, we circle everything that's in common. These two don't have anything in common, so we just include everything that's not. So our LCD is x times x plus 3. That's how we find it. So you're going to multiply every single term by x times x plus 3. Okay, let's see if we can reduce it all. Here, the x is crossed out.
Yeah.
2 times all of this, nothing reduces there. And then x plus 3 and x plus 3 reduce. So we are left with 5 times x plus 3 minus 2x times x plus 3 equals 2x. Okay, what would you guys do next?
Distribute.
So distribute there. That's going to give you 5x plus 15 minus 2x squared minus 6x equals 2x. Okay, let's combine like terms. So I'm going to get negative 2x squared. 5x minus 6x gives me minus x plus 15 equals 2x. And subtract 2x from both sides. So that's going to give me negative 2x squared minus 3x plus 15 equals 0. So, can you guys think of two numbers that multiply to 15 and add up to negative 3?
No.
5 and 3 would add up to 2. And there's a oh, you're right. And there's a negative 2 out there, so we can't do that. There's not a GCF, so we're going to have to do bottoms up.
I hate that though, it takes so long.
So that gives you x squared minus 3x minus 30 equals 0. Are there two things that multiply to negative 30 and add up to negative 3? 10 and 3, but that's 7. 5 and 6, but that's 11 or 1. 15 and 2, definitely not. So this is not factorable. So we're going to have to use quadratic formula. Okay? So it's not factorable, so we're going to have to use quadratic formula. What? So in this problem, you're going to go back to your original equation. So you're going to go back to 2x squared minus 3x plus 15. That's your original equation. And we're going to use quadratic formula. Okay? So x equals negative b. So negative 3 plus or minus square root negative 3 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times 15 all over 2 times negative 2.
What happened? It doesn't get much harder than that.
Okay, so x equals 3 plus or minus square root of 9 plus 4, negative 4 times negative 2 gives me 8. 8 times 15 gives me 120.
Yep.
All over
Negative 4.
negative 4. Bless you. So x equals 3 plus or minus square root of 129 over negative 4. That's your answer. You can't reduce it anymore.
And you wouldn't have to do like extraneous solutions.
Well, we still do, but we can do it just by looking. Look at your denominators, x and x plus 3. So what would your extraneous solutions be?
0, negative 3.
0 and
Negative 3.
negative 3. So, yeah. So your extraneous solutions, just look at the denominators. What makes those 0? 0, negative 3. Here's the quadratic formula stuff again.
Trying to get away
Okay, example 3. 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 equals 3x over x plus 2.
Wait a second. Isn't the LCD all
So my LCD is going to be what?
x minus 2?
X minus 2 times
X plus
x plus 2.
I thought you said something like
Okay, so multiply everything by x plus 2 times x minus 2. Or x minus 2 times x plus 2.
you used to go to the other one. It's about
Okay. But this is actually going to work out really nicely because look at here. The x minus 2 cancel. Nothing cancels here, but here the x plus 2's cancel. So we will be left with x plus 2 plus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 equals 3x times x minus 2.
Do you distribute the 2s of both of those, or just the first one?
What I would do for the next part is, instead of distributing first, I would do FOIL first, and then distribute. You can do that. So this is going to be x plus 2 plus, and then I'm going to FOIL here first because, what do you guys notice? X plus 2 times x minus 2. How would that FOIL out? X squared minus 4 equals 3x squared minus 6x. So then you can distribute the 2. So that's x plus 2 plus 2x squared minus 8 equals 3x squared minus 6x. And we want to get everything, let's combine like terms before I keep going. So that's x plus 2x squared minus 6 equals 3x squared minus 6x. We want to keep our exponents, our squared terms, positive. So I'm going to suggest that we move all of this stuff to the other side, okay? Because if we subtract x and subtract 2x squared, add 6, those all cancel. So that's going to give me 0 equals, because look here guys, 3x squared minus 2x squared is 1x squared minus 7x plus 6. This should be nice. How does that factor?
6 and negative 1. Or
Negative 6 and negative 1. So what would x equal? If we have x minus 6 times x minus 1, x will equal positive 6 and positive 1. We need to check our extraneous solutions. Just look at your denominators, x minus 2 and x plus 2. What would not be allowed in here then?
2
2 or negative 2. So is both of our answers of 6 and 1 okay? Yes.